All right. So tired. Did not get very much sleep. At least not as much sleep as I should have. I was thrown off because the time when I should have been reading, I was using the video editor for these videos to make them more entertaining, to make them look nicer. Alright, back to talking about Doctor Who, Earthshock, and Peter Davison. Alright, so I'm talking about the special features of Earthshock. There is one called Putting the Shock into Earthshock. It is a behind-the-scenes feature with interviews from cast and crew describing the making of Earthshock. In it, Peter Davison says, "When you take on a part like Doctor Who, in a way, it seems easy. You have a blank piece of paper and are able to write your own character. You're certainly not given the part to be like your predecessor. It's a different direction that the producer wants the character to take." Peter Davison suggested a Cyberman story to producer John Nathan Turner. He said the producer liked the idea of bringing back old adversaries. Peter Davison said in this feature, "If you got too close to the actors playing the Cybermen, your voice would be cyberfied because they were mixed because the actors were mic'd up inside the helmets. The actors were mic'd up inside the helmets and spoke the lines as they acted them. The voices of the actors playing the Cybermen were treated to sound somewhat mechanical. That last bit, I think, might have been, it wasn't Peter Davison that said that. That last sentence that I said. I think that might have been I might have got that statement from, I think, the actor that played the cyber leader. He was talking about how I think, talking about how the Cybermen sounded. Yeah, I think that was, yeah, so that wasn't, Peter Davison didn't say that last part. Because it's parenthetical in my notes. Okay, so then there's another special feature that's called the 40th Anniversary Celebration. It is a montage of scenes from Doctor Who showing each actor to play the Doctor, And so this was at the time of the release. So since this has been released, there's been more doctors. There's been more doctors. There have been more actors to play the Doctor in Doctor Who. So this was released. When was it released? 2004. So at this time, it showed all of the actors to have played the Doctor in this montage. So since then, there have been more. So I've had this Earthshock DVD for a while. Okay, so it shows it's a montage, and it shows each actor to play the Doctor, and it plays. And it also shows various of the companions throughout the history of Doctor Who at that time, and also some of the villains in Doctor Who. And during this montage, this 40th anniversary celebration, I think it plays the Doctor Who theme song, but it's not. It's like a. I guess it's like a remix. It doesn't sound like the normal Doctor Who theme song. They do something to it. Alright, and then another special feature for Earthshock is film sequences. Now this one, I didn't see the point to this feature. It just showed scenes in the quarry that were already in Earthshock. They weren't deleted scenes, and they weren't extended scenes, from what I could tell. They were the same scenes. So I didn't really see the point in having this special feature on there. So after I watched it, I was thinking, how is that different from what I just saw in Earthshock? I didn't. If it was something, if it was, it might have been very like, it might have been. If it was different at all, it wasn't noticeably different. It was pretty much the same thing. So I didn't see the point in putting that on there on the special features, because it wasn't very different from what was in Earthshock. You may as well have just gone to the scenes with your remote and watched it, and that's basically what the special feature is. So what was the point of that? I don't know. All right, then there's another special feature called Did You See? And this is a show hosted by Gavin Scott, and they talk about Doctor Who monsters. Then there's another special feature. It's CGI effects, computer-generated images. Yeah. This option allows you to see Earthshock with updated computer-generated images. I suppose it's kind of interesting to see that, but it kind of feels wrong. You should just watch it when it was you should just watch it as it was originally made. Because when you add stuff to it, it's like it's not accurate. It just looks wrong. It looks. I think it was. I think it was just when you select this computer generated image enhanced effects, it was just, I think it was just when they were shooting the lieutenant and his soldiers, the image of the firing of their guns. I think that was all that was the enhanced, the updated CGI effects. It was just the firing of their guns. Maybe the Cybermen shooting too. So I think they should have. They did just not bothered with that special feature. All right, then there's an information text and a photo gallery. All right. Then there is a commentary for Earthshock with Peter Davison, who played the Doctor, Janet Fielding, who played Tegan, Nyssa, the character of Nyssa, Sarah Sutton, who played the character of Nyssa. Sarah Sutton, who played Nyssa. And then Matthew Waterhouse, who played Adric. All right. Then there is a special feature called Episode 5. So this is like a continuation of Earthshock, because there was four episodes of Earthshock, so this is titled Episode 5. And it's a silly claymation of what supposedly happened after the explosion at the end of Episode 4. So it's claymation. Claymation is kind of fun to watch. I remember liking that when I was a kid. Seeing claymation for I don't know. I've seen it for a few things, and I think I always liked how it looked when I was a kid. Claymation, because it looked so different from like cartoons. I think I saw claymation for the California raisins, which I thought looked nice. Yeah. So this is claymation for what happens after the end of Earthshock. Alright, so supposedly Adric lands, so this is after the explosion. In the claymation, they have Adric land on Earth, and then he says, "Blimey, that was lucky." Then Adric gets eaten by a dinosaur. There's a Cyberman head laying in the background. It tips itself up and says, "Excellent." And I think that was the Cyberman head was voiced by the same actor that played the cyber leader in Earthshock. Well, I can either make this video extra long, or the next video is going to be a little short. I guess that I'll just make the next video a little short. All right.